Hello, darling. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. Welcome to yet another episode of the Graceful Bloom, a saved sacred space for the woman becoming. So, today I want to talk about 7 life lessons that we women learn when it is too late. And by too late, I don't mean that it is too late for us to learn them, but it would have been much better if we learned them earlier, because by the time you're my age, you have gone through a lot of things. You have gone through heartbreak, you have gone through being misunderstood, you have gone through rejection, and we would have avoided all these things if we had learned these 7 life lessons much earlier in our lives. So let us dive into it, sweetheart. The number one life lesson that I feel we should learn earlier as women is that people treat you how you teach them. People treat you how you teach them. You basically teach people how to treat you, not by writing them a list and telling them, this is how you should treat me, but by what you allow. For instance, if we are having a conversation and you start yelling at me or shouting at me, I will check out, darling. By the time you're raising your voice to uncomfortable volumes, I will check out. I'll be like, sweetheart, I'm so sorry you feel that way, and can we have this conversation when you are a little chilled or calm? Because I don't feel comfortable when anyone shouts at me. Don't shout at me. You can talk to me. I will listen. I will listen. So it's okay. Sometimes if you find people ignoring you, if you find people not showing up for you, if you find people yelling at you, if you are surrounded by people who just show up the way they want in your life, it is because that is what you have allowed, that is what you have entertained, and they keep showing up the same way because you already gave them the track on what can Sarah accommodate. I know even if I treat her this way, she will still be warm to me. She will not take it seriously. I understand it is okay to be lemon squeezy. It is okay to be easy, but not all the time. You cannot just show up all the time like, oh, mimi nakuanga sawa. I don't care. Just ignore that person. No, sometimes it's okay to stand up for yourself and just show people that there are things that you cannot tolerate. So, darling, what are you teaching people? Like, what are you accepting in your life? Do you have those friends who don't show up for you, but you want to show up for them all the time? No matter what the time of the day they call you, you still pick up and they never show up for you. So, sweetheart, you teach people how to treat you. So, think about it. What are you teaching people out here? What are you teaching them? Think about it, darling. The number 2 thing that we women learn when it is already maybe too late is that your worth is not tied to productivity. Self-worth is not tied to productivity. Hey. And when I say that, I am kind of talking to myself. Like, have you ever felt like you need to add a lot of things in your to-do list? Have you ever felt like if you take a nap, ni kama unakosea? Have you ever felt like you're missing out on things if you take a nap? Like, ukilala, like tuseme you decide, let me just sleep for at least 30 minutes so that I can wake up refreshed and continue with whatever I was doing. Sometimes you might wake up and feel like, oh my God, why have I been asleep? I have missed out on a lot. My darling, you have just taken a nap, and your worth is not tied to your productivity. It is not tied to the amount of to-do list you create, an amount of tasks that you do every day. Sometimes it is okay to relax. It is okay to even reduce the list. It is okay to reduce the number of your to-do list so that you can have some time to yourself. Because darling, you are loved for who you are. If you're kind to people, that is who you are. If you are warm to people, if you treat other people the way you would want to be treated, that makes you a good person. That is why the Lord named us human beings, not human doings. So what is all this? Why are we trying to achieve 1 million things at a go? Yani siku moja unataka uamke uende, yes, it's okay to go to the gym. Uende gym, utoke gym, uende job, utoke job, uende ukue a good wife, a perfect mother, a perfect everything. Darling, sometimes it is okay to just be easy, because your worth is not tied to your productivity. Your worth is not tied to the number of things that you accomplish in a day. You are loved for who you are. Those who love you, they know you are worth, darling. And you can just be loved for just being yourself, sweetheart. So just know that your worth is not tied to the number of things that you accomplish in a day, sweetheart. Calm down, take a nap, get a cup of coffee and some biscuits, watch a very beautiful podcast like this one, and relax. There are a lot of things to be done in the world, but you cannot just do them at a go. You cannot just do them like at once. You can only do so much. So whatever you find to do, do it as if you are doing it for God. So give it enough time. Whatever you decide to do, pick that one thing and focus on it and give it your energy. So darling, your worth is not tied to your productivity. You're just loved for who you are. The number 3 lesson that I am learning is that I should not wait for an apology so that I can start my healing. I should not wait for an apology, or rather, you should not wait for an apology so that you can start healing. You can start healing before the apology, because sometimes you might be waiting for someone to apologize who is not even aware they should apologize, or maybe they hurt you in a certain way, or maybe they just don't care. They did whatever they did to you and that's it, and they are not moved by it, and it's on you whether you decide to heal or not. So sweetheart, I am learning to allow myself to heal from things, to heal from people, to heal from occurrences even before those who hurt me apologize. Because when I forgive, it is a gift to myself. You know, my pastor sometimes says that once you forgive someone, it is a gift to yourself, because you're no longer carrying the weight of anger and hatred towards a person. No, you have freed yourself from that, and that makes you light. Have you ever realized that once you release someone, you just feel light? And even the Holy Spirit, he can find somewhere to stay, because he cannot stay in a dark soul, in a dark heart that is frustrated and bitter. So what am I learning? I'm learning that I should allow myself to heal. I should start my healing journey before those who hurt me apologize. So don't wait for that apology. Whatever you might have gone through, start healing. It will do you some good, sweetheart. Number 4, I am learning that my body deserves love right now, not when. Ladies, come here. Your body deserves love right now. Yeah? Not when you lose the 5 kgs, not when you get the flat tummy, not when you get your waist snatched, not when you get your wax removed. You know, as women, sometimes we have very weird insecurities. And I feel like our bodies deserves love right now. I know, yes, I have some cellulite here and there, but I am going to romanticize my life. I am going to love on my body. I am going to take myself for a massage. I am going to do a very nice, yes, I am going to do a very nice morning routine for my face. I'm going to do a very nice makeup. I'm going to wear a very sexy dress. I'm going to wear a very nice top like I am doing right now because I am showing love to my body right now. I can't wait until I have all the cellulite gone and all the kgs gone and I have to glow with my small baby fat. I have to glow. I have to love on my body right now. I don't want to wait until some things are just in imaginary in our bodies, and we postpone happiness for when we do this, for when we do this, and then you just realize even after you achieve what you want to achieve with your body, you're still not celebrating yourself. So allow me to romanticize my life. Allow me to wear my sexy dress and just go for a dinner with my husband. Oh my God. So your body deserves love right now, not when. And how am I going to show my body some love? I am going to eat healthy food. I am going to go to the gym and make sure, and even if you're not going to the gym, make sure you're moving. Make sure yani mwili yako haijashikana. Do some exercises here and there. Even when you're in the house, enda osha kikombe moja and then uende ufanye sit-ups. Pika nyama and ufanye to sit-ups. Let it be fun. Enjoy it so that isikae ni kama mzigo kubwa. So while I'm still on the journey of getting my dream body, I'm still going to celebrate my body right now because my body deserves love right now, not when, right now. Number 5, the best time was yesterday and the next best time is now. That is number 5. I'm learning that the very best time to do something was yesterday. And then the next best time to do something beautiful is now. I wonder what procrastination is making us not achieve. I wonder what procrastination has taken away from you. For instance, let us assume you wanted to maybe start a podcast and you keep postponing. And every day you live with the guilt of, I have not yet started this. And if you know that deep down you should be doing something, kuna hako ka guilt kana kujanga. Nakwambia, Sarah, you should have done this by now because you had the idea, but you don't want to implement. You keep postponing. And let me tell you, mambo hayatawahi isha. There is not enough time for everything. We literally have to create time for what we love, for what we want to do. So, sweetheart, do you want to start writing a book? The best time to have started was yesterday. Do you want to write that song? The best time was yesterday. And the next best time is right now. Do you want to be a filmmaker? The best time is right now, sweetheart. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait until you have all the gadgets. Use whatever you have. And when you start, you will realize that the most difficult point of doing something is always at the beginning, the start. Once you start that thing, it becomes easy and you can get clarity and you're able to understand, if I am at this point right now, tomorrow I will be at that particular point. So, sweetheart, don't die before achieving all your dreams and before you live in your purpose. And procrastination will rob you of your purpose, will rob you of your joy, because you cannot be joyful if you know that you have not been loyal to your dreams and to your goals because you keep postponing. Sweetheart, the last time, the best time to have done whatever you wanted to do was yesterday, and the next best time is today. So get to work, darling. Get to work. Start where you are. It might not be perfect, but just start. You will figure it out on the way. Number 6, on the list of the life lessons that we should have learned as early as 18 or even 16 is that the timeline is a lie. Sweetheart, the timeline is a lie. People assume that you should have finished school, maybe campus by 21 or 24, and then get a job by 24, get married by 25, have 5 kids by the time you're 28, and then have your whole life figured out before 30, have had you should have bought a house by the time you're 35, anga you should have had a car. Kuna jamaa fulani alikuwa anapigwa na wasee juu ya kusema that you cannot, haufai kuwa ukipanga line ya matatu or ya gari at that particular age, unafaa kuwa na gari yako. Sweetheart, the timeline is a lie. Are you 40 and you feel like it is the high time to get a degree? Go back to school and get your degree. Are you 25 and you feel like you can afford a car? Then do it at that particular time. Are you 35 and you don't even have children and you're not even married? Sweetheart, usikuwe na pressure. The timeline is a lie. You'd rather do it when it is the best time to do it. Once you get a good person and you feel like I can settle with that person, then that is the perfect time to do it. You know, this timeline of pressure, Sarah, by the time you're 35, you should have 4 children. Yes? Hey. I don't like pressure. Sweetheart, the timeline is a lie. There is no particular time for you to do something specific. You're walking your own journey. Own your journey. Be comfortable in your journey. Appreciate yourself for the small milestones. Yes, for the small milestones. Hata kama ulipata job ukiwa 32, a stable job. Appreciate yourself at that particular time. You're not late for anything. Hata hii historia, a man should have moved out of his father's house by the time he's 28 or 30. Kama mama yako hakufukuzi, kwa nini unang'ang'ana kwenda kulipa rent? Sweetheart, kwa nini unang'ang'ana? Darling, the timeline is a lie. Do things at your own pace because we are all built differently and life and chance happens to all of us at specific times. So don't let the society pressure you. You should have done this by this time. No, that is their view. And let me tell you, my darling, your life is in His hands. Your timeline is in God's hands. Your life is in God's hands. Wewe ni unajua mnaongeanga nini na Mungu. All the things that you want, all the things that you want to achieve, at His perfect time, they will come to accomplishment. So the timeline is a lie. The timeline is a lie, darling. Relax. It is a lie. The number 7 most important life lesson that I feel that every person, not even women, so I'm even including the men, na hata kama hujaelewa all the other ones, please shika hii. Yes, at least shika hii. That peace is the real flex. Not the car, not the house, not the Lamborghini. Yeah, peace is the real flex. I cannot control who is president right now. I cannot control calamities. I cannot control what is happening in my society. I cannot even control my own son at some point. But my peace, darling, I will control. My peace, I will protect. It is mine. It is mine. And if anything is distracting my peace, it is too expensive. It is too expensive. If anything is taking away my peace, it is too expensive. Mm-mm, mm-mm. My peace is mine. I will protect it. I will protect it no matter what, because it is mine. It is my peace. And my peace comes along with a lot of things. For instance, if I take care of my home, I am at peace. If I take care of my man, he's at peace and I am at peace. If I take care of my son, I am at peace because I feel, wow, I'm a good mom. I'm such a good man. So I am going to take care of everything that is in my environment that can have an impact on my peace. My business, I will take care of. Because when I treat my clients with a lot of dignity, I am at peace because I feel that I'm living in my purpose. I am most peaceful when those around me are also at peace. So, sweetheart, if it is destroying your peace, it is too expensive. Let it go. Delete it from your life. Forget about it. If it is something you cannot change, let it go. Peace is the real flex. And when you are at peace, you are able to perform. You are able to achieve your goals. You're even able to go to God and thank Him for the peace that He has given you. Even Jesus said, "My peace I leave you." Not the money, not the vehicles, not the houses, not the trips, the vacations, not all those things. Unaweza kuwa vacation Maldives and you're still stressed, sweetheart. Yeah, just imagine you can be at Maldives. I mean, niko hapa Kenya na nimetulia tu hivi and I'm very peaceful. So, what gives you peace? Do most of the things that gives you peace, sweetheart. And I am so grateful because you have been here since we started this episode and up to this far. I love you so much. I hope you've taken something from the 7 life lessons that women learn when it is too late. Learn them right now. Correct where you need to correct right now. It is never too late, sweetheart. It is never too late. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to subscribe, to share, to comment, and to also add on the list. You can add on the list. You can actually comment and say that number 8. You can add your point. What are the things that you wish you learned while you were still young or when it was early enough so that you would have been able to reach to the version of yourself that you are today a bit earlier. So, sweetheart, I love you, and until next time, nawapenda sana.